YouTube, Simple and Simple Cross. Figured I would pipe in, being an old dog as I am. Literally. Somebody that grew up with, physical media, the one that I kind of grew up with, Atari 2600, the original NES, Super NES, I can keep going. Somebody that's grew up with physical media and has always had physical games or physical movies, I thought I would chime in on this a lot more than I did in my short. We're all to blame for this, including myself. It's called convenience. You don't have to get out of your chair. You don't have to get out of your bed. You can just go to where you're going, movie, video game, and just start playing the movie or the game. I'm just as much to blame as anybody else when it comes to this. So in a way, this is all of our faults. So we all know Sony announced right after GTA 6 that they're doing away with physical media after January 2028. So, this, holding actual physical games, might be over. Keyword might. So, honestly, after losing about 600 and some movies, right after, the whole PlayStation 4 things, they stopped selling movies on the PlayStation Store, and all the movies were taken away. And I'm pretty sure a lot of us never got a refund on any of it. I sure as heck didn't. Sony is now doing away with physical media right now. Keyword. And no one's to blame but us, because we all do the whole thing where we're all wanting something that's convenient, where you're just feeling tired, you just got off work, you don't want to move around, have to swap out discs. I'm 100% just as bad as everybody else. I'm 100% just as guilty as everybody else. Because I've bought in digital games, I've bought in tons of digital movies, especially recently. Now, granted, the thing is, I have tried rebuilding my movie collection, or I've tried rebuilding my video game collection, including buying games, again, that I should have never got rid of to begin with. AKA Deadpool on PS4, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutants in Manhattan on PS4, or Transformers Devastation on PS4. I should never got rid of those games. Because one, can't buy them digitally. Two, the prices are skyrocketing. Right now, I am in an era where I really want more physical media than I do digital. And this right here is part of the reason. I love steelbooks. I am a steelbook junkie. If I can get a steelbook, which I got this from work for free. The steelbook, not the game, but steelbook. The actual case for the game's in my drawer. But my guilty pleasure is this right here. I love steelbooks. Even in my movies, I love a steelbook. And stuff like that's going away. I mean, I literally just pre-ordered Onimusha Way of the Sword steelbook version. Star Wars Galaxy Racer. Because it looks fantastic. It looks awesome. I got the steelbook version. Why? Because again, I'm a steelbook junkie. So stuff like that is great. You get this. And then a code. GTA 6 right now. $80 game, and all you get is a code in a box. And I can tell you for a fact, yes, we've had pre-orders in work. Nobody's happy. Not one soul is happy about how they're doing GTA 6. Especially when it comes to the paywall for certain garages, tattoo parlors, clothing stores, stuff like that, locked behind a $100 paywall. See, the thing is, when it comes to being digital, now when you buy a game on Sony, you're going to have to go to their store. You're going to have to pay their price. And there's no more trading. There's no more, oh, I'm done with this game. I don't want to play it anymore. Let me go ahead and trade it in to GameStop or whatever retro gaming store you go to. It's gone. Which, if this does happen, which I just saw a video that I will explain here in a few minutes. If this does happen, gaming stores are going to become obsolete. But here's the thing. Retro gaming is going to skyrocket. It's going to become harder and harder to get a retro game because everybody under the sun is going to be after these retro gaming consoles and games because it's physical. So a lot of these retro stores and gaming stores that are starting to do more retro stuff are going to get wiped out. Now here's the thing. I just watched a video on Facebook that made me think. The biggest thing that happened before this was GTA 6 coming out with $80 price and no disc. And in the video, the guy talked about, what if this is Sony testing the waters? If this is a publicity stunt of seeing how many people still give two shits about physical media. Makes you think, because before everybody was all over Rockstar and the fact that they weren't doing a disc or that they were doing an $80 price point for basically a code in a box. What if it really was this Sony taking the heat off of them and putting it on them to test the waters? Now, granted, this could be complete bullshit, but it does make you think and wonder if that's what happened. Sony was like, let me test this, let me find out, let me pull the heat off of Rockstar for right now, and let's test some waters. Let's see what consumers really want. Because again, we're all guilty about buying digital. Every last one of us is guilty for buying a digital game, movie, music, you name it. We're all guilty of this. So, according to them, and they're right, because you look it up, digital sales is up. Now, I mean, when Sony has a sale and it's cheaper on their website or their store than it is actually in the store, you kind of go for the cheaper price. And I've had that a few times when I'm at work where somebody said it was cheaper on PlayStation Store and went ahead and got it out there. You can't blame people right now, especially right now with the way the economy is. People are trying to find ways to do this stuff cheaper. Now, if the other thing is wrong, which could be just a rumor, just a thought, and Sony is really going all digital, the only way this is going to work, and I'm being 100%, and this is the other thing, Sony could be trying to find ways to cut prices, cut costs. What if they're taking the disc out? Like completely taking it out and trying to lower the price of the games because they see people are waiting for sales. People are waiting for, basically they're just waiting for sales and for a price for a certain game that they really want to go down. What if Sony is trying to eliminate that? I mean, we're already seeing Capcom right now putting out games at really good prices. Last couple of Resident Evils have been in a $60 range, except for Requiem. Requiem was $69.96, $70. But Pragmata, $59.96. Onimusha Steelbook, which that Steelbook normally on a collector edition version of a game is about $80 to $100. They dropped it down to $75. What if Sony is, this is Sony, the other thing is, what if Sony is trying to find ways to cut prices and it cut costs for the consumer? I mean, both of these could be true. Sony's either trying to test the waters and see what people think of physical media, or they're trying to find ways to cut costs and help the consumers so they can sell more. If they do happen to do this, and they happen to go full digital, and they start to lower the price of the games, which is the only way this is going to work. There is no other way that anybody, and it has to have a guarantee that you are going to keep this game in your library. If there is no guarantee and you lose that license and you can't play that anymore, that's bullshit. They need to find a way. But if they can cut costs, they cut the discount and they cut down the cost of the game, put it back down to $50. That's not bad. $40 would be better, but what if they can cut the thing down to like finally a standard edition for $50? Still kind of expensive, but it's better than $70 to $80. So they cut the discount, they lower the price of the games, and they guarantee that no matter what, you will always have it. That I would do. But again, they have to guarantee you'll always have that game. The other thing is, I honestly think if they are doing this and they're not testing the waters, that they're trying to get rid of trading games. They're trying to get rid of where you basically take your games into GameStop or whatever retro store and they basically cut out whatever games you're trading in. Because I can tell you right now, I've had tons of people trading in consoles lately. I've had some people trade in every single console they have, including brand new Switch 2s that they just bought and went full PC. And this is not a lie. I have had a few people that traded in everything they have and went straight full PC. I will say this, if this isn't a test of the waters to see whether or not people want physical media or not, aka, and they do away with physical discs completely, stores like GameStop and retro stores are going to get to the point where their stock is depleted unless customers keep swapping out games, coming in, trading in games. GameStop, yes, they focus highly on like cards, a few action figures, but the fact that they're going to sell a digital code in a box in the store, that's not going to sit well. It's really not. And being truthfully, I'm hoping the other is true, that they're actually just testing the waters after what happened with GTA 6. And they're trying to see whether or not people still want physical games. That's honestly, after seeing that video, I'm really hoping that's what this is. And that they see everybody posting about it, they see everybody coming talking about it, and basically complaining. That they're just saying, hey, let's test the waters, let's see if people really want this or not, and then, okay, we heard you, there'll be more physical games. Greatest promotion ever. But the other hand, if they do this, if they can lower the games prices, if they can guarantee you will never lose the license, aka with a lot of other games. But the other thing is, and this is the other thing that's scary as hell, game stores will slowly die off. They're going to have to go to something else or rely heavily on trade-ins, because their brand new games are just going to be a code in a box. And truthfully, a lot of people are going to pay $60, $70, $80 for a code in a box. It's just not going to happen, especially now with the economy the way it is. That whole thing is going to go away. So let me know what you guys think. Do comment, like, and subscribe if you guys please. It will greatly help my channel. But also comment in the bottom what you guys think, whether or not they're actually testing the waters and whether or not people still want physical media, or are they going to try and lower the price of the games. Let's hope for the latter, that they're just testing the waters to see if people still want it after what happened with GTA 6. But till next time, guys, stay awesome, stay up, have a great Friday, and above all, stay simple.